Will robots replace all human jobs? Robots are getting smarter every day, but could they really replace humans entirely, or is there a limit to technology? Welcome back to the channel. Before we dive deep into today's fascinating topic, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more amazing videos like this one. Introduction. The question that shapes our future. The question of whether robots can replace humans is no longer science fiction. With the rise of artificial intelligence, advanced robotics, and automation, we are living in an age where machines are taking on tasks once thought to be uniquely human. From factories and hospitals to classrooms and even our homes, robots are becoming an essential part of modern life. But can they truly replace ESOR? Will they always remain tools designed to assist rather than replace humanity? To answer this, we need to explore history, technology, economics, ethics, and the human spirit itself. A brief history of human and machine collaboration. The relationship between humans and machines stretches back centuries. When the first industrial revolution introduced mechanical looms and steam engines, workers feared losing their jobs to machines. This fear, known as technological unemployment, has echoed through history with every new invention from the typewriter to the computer. Yet humans adapted. New industries emerged, jobs transformed, and societies advanced. Today, robots are far more advanced. Unlike the simple machines of the past, modern robots can think, learn, and even interact with humans using natural language. Artificial intelligence allows them to recognize faces, drive cars, perform surgeries, and even create art. The line between human and machine is blurring, making the question of replacement more relevant than ever. Where robots already replace humans, robots have already taken over countless roles in industries worldwide. In manufacturing, automated machines assemble cars, electronics, and everyday products with speed and precision no human could match. In logistics, robots manage warehouses, sort packages, and deliver goods. In agriculture, machines harvest crops, monitor soil conditions, and optimize food production. Healthcare is another field experiencing a robotic revolution. Robotic surgical systems allow doctors to perform delicate procedures with accuracy beyond human steadiness. AI-powered systems analyze medical scans faster than radiologists, sometimes detecting diseases earlier than trained professionals. Even in everyday life, robots are all around us. Think of self-checkout machines at supermarkets, chatbots answering your customer service questions, or virtual assistants like Siri and Alexa managing daily tasks. These examples prove that robots are not just futuristic, they are here, shaping the present. What robots do better than humans? There are certain areas where robots already surpass human abilities. Speed and precision are obvious advantages. Robots don't get tired, distracted, or emotional. They can work 24/7 without breaks or sleep. In dangerous environments like deep-sea exploration, nuclear facilities, or outer space, robots perform tasks that would risk human lives. Robots also excel at processing massive amounts of data. AI can analyze millions of documents, images, or medical records in seconds, a task that would take humans years. In some cases, robots even outperform humans in creativity, generating music, paintings, or written works. While these creations may lack emotional depth, they show how advanced algorithms can mimic human imagination. The limits of robots. Yet, despite their incredible capabilities, robots have clear limitations. They lack genuine emotions, empathy, and consciousness. While AI can simulate conversation, it doesn't truly understand human feelings. A robot nurse may deliver medicine perfectly, but it cannot comfort a patient with the warmth of human compassion. Ethics is another limitation. Robots follow programming and data. They don't make moral judgments. In situations requiring compassion, morality, or intuition, humans remain irreplaceable. For example, a courtroom cannot be run by an AI judge because justice involves empathy, values, and fairness, things machines cannot comprehend fully. Creativity, while somewhat simulated by AI, is still deeply human. True art often reflects lived experiences, emotions, and struggles, qualities robots cannot experience. Even if a machine paints a masterpiece, it doesn't feel the meaning behind its work. Conclusion: embracing the future, redefining humanity. As we stand on the brink of an age where robots and humans coexist, one truth becomes clear: the future belongs to those who adapt. While robots excel in precision, speed, and data analysis, they lack the emotional intelligence, creativity, and ethical understanding that defines humanity. Instead of fearing replacement, we should focus on collaborating with machines. By embracing the inevitable integration of robots into society, we can shape a future where humans and machines complement each other, driving progress, prosperity, and innovation. The real question isn't whether robots will replace humans, but how we will adapt, innovate, and ensure that technology serves to enhance, not eliminate, what makes us uniquely human. Thank you for joining us on this thought-provoking journey. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with your friends. Your engagement keeps us motivated to create more thought-provoking content. And if you haven't already, kindly subscribe to stay updated on our latest thought-provoking videos. We look forward to seeing you again soon.
Can robots replace us? We often hear people talking about how robots and artificial intelligence are going to take over the world. Some people are excited about this idea, while others are afraid of it. But regardless of what you think about it, one thing's for sure: robots are already all around us and they're becoming more advanced every day. So the question is, can robots really replace us? To answer this question, we need to first take a look at the things that make us human. And this is what we'll discuss in this video. Let's begin. The economic impact of robots replacing humans. One of the biggest fears is job loss. Studies suggest that automation could replace millions of jobs worldwide. For example, the trucking industry could lose millions of jobs as self-driving trucks hit the road. In 2017, a study by McKinsey Global Institute found that about 400 to 800 million workers, or roughly 12% of the global workforce, could be replaced by automation by 2030. This trend would likely hit developing countries harder, potentially increasing inequality and instability. Manufacturing, retail, transportation, and customer service are particularly vulnerable. Self-driving trucks, for example, threaten the livelihoods of millions of drivers. AI customer service systems could eliminate call center jobs. While some jobs disappear, others will emerge. Entire industries like robotics, engineering, AI development, cybersecurity, and digital marketing didn't exist a century ago. Robots may replace repetitive, dangerous, or low-skill jobs, but they also create opportunities for humans to focus on creative, strategic, and leadership roles. The real challenge lies in education and adaptation. Societies must prepare workers with new skills to thrive in a robot-driven economy. Otherwise, the gap between technology and human capability could create mass unemployment and inequality. If robots can replace us in work, can they replace us in life? Now that we understand the economic impact of robots replacing humans, let's dive into a deeper question. Can robots replace us in life? Some experts believe that if robots can replace us in work, then they can eventually replace us in all aspects of life. For example, if robots can drive trucks more efficiently and safely than humans, then why couldn't they also replace us in other areas where safety and efficiency are important? They argue that robots could eventually replace us in everything from cooking and cleaning to parenting and companionship. Proponents of this view believe that robots could free up humans to pursue more creative and fulfilling endeavors, and that robots could ultimately make our lives easier and more enjoyable. However, others disagree. They argue that there are aspects of life that require human intuition, creativity, and empathy that robots simply cannot replicate. For example, they point out that robots cannot understand human emotions or provide the kind of emotional support that humans need. Additionally, some argue that replacing us in life would have profound ethical implications. For example, what would happen to the meaning of life if humans were no longer needed to perform any tasks? What would be the purpose of human existence? Ultimately, the question of whether robots can replace us in life is a philosophical one that requires careful consideration of the nature of humanity and the role of technology in our lives. Can robots replace us in thinking? As AI gets more advanced, it's natural to wonder if it can replace the way we think. After all, if AI can beat humans at chess and Go, which require complex decision-making and planning, then maybe it can replace our thinking altogether. However, there are some key differences between how AI and humans think. First, AI relies on algorithms and data processing to make decisions, whereas human thinking involves a combination of logic, intuition, and emotion. Second, AI systems are typically designed to perform specific tasks, whereas human thinking is much more general and adaptable. Finally, AI lacks the creativity and imagination that allow humans to come up with new ideas and concepts. But despite these differences, AI is still advancing at a rapid pace, and it is possible that someday it will be able to perform tasks that currently require human intelligence, such as diagnosing diseases or providing legal advice. It's also possible that AI will augment our own thinking abilities, allowing us to make better decisions and solve more complex problems. Ultimately, the relationship between AI and human thinking will continue to be an area of active research and debate, as we learn more about the capabilities and limitations of both. Can robots replace us in making decisions? Another interesting question is whether robots can replace us in making decisions. After all, robots are capable of processing vast amounts of data and performing complex calculations much faster than humans. This raises the possibility that robots could be used to make important decisions in areas such as healthcare, finance, and government, where efficiency and accuracy are critical. However, there are several challenges that must be overcome before robots can replace us in making decisions. First, robots rely on the data they are trained on, and they can only make decisions based on that data. This means that robots could potentially be biased or make decisions that are not in the best interest of all parties involved. Second, robots lack the common sense and intuition that humans use to make decisions. This could lead to unintended consequences or decisions that are not well received by those affected by them. Finally, there are ethical concerns about delegating decision-making to robots. For example, who is responsible if a robot makes a bad decision? And how can we ensure that robots are used in a fair and unbiased way? Despite these challenges, the potential benefits of using robots to make decisions are too great to ignore. Researchers are working on new algorithms and systems that can help robots make better decisions, such as by incorporating human intuition and common sense. As these technologies continue to develop, we may find that robots are able to make decisions that are not only efficient and accurate, but also fair and unbiased. Ultimately, the question of whether robots can replace us in making decisions is one that we will continue to grapple with as we develop new AI systems. It is important to have an ongoing conversation about the potential benefits and risks of delegating decisions to machines, so that we can ensure that they are used in a responsible and ethical way. Can robots replace us in everything? The final question is whether robots can replace us in everything. Considering how rapidly AI is developing, it's hard to imagine a future where robots don't play a major role. From self-driving cars to personalized medicine, AI is poised to revolutionize many aspects of our lives. But despite these advances, there are still many things that robots cannot do. Creativity, for example, is something that requires a human touch. Robots can mimic certain aspects of creativity, but they cannot truly be original or innovative. Robots can also struggle to understand and respond to nuanced situations, such as providing emotional support or mediating conflicts. Ultimately, there are many things that robots can do today that humans can't, such as exploring deep space or creating works of art. And as technology continues to develop, it's likely that robots will be able to do even more. But this doesn't mean that robots will ever be able to replace us completely. There are many things that make us uniquely human, such as our ability to love, empathize, and dream. These qualities are what make us who we are, and they what will continue to set us apart from machines. In conclusion, the question of whether robots can replace us is complex and multifaceted. It is true that robots are becoming increasingly advanced, and they are already capable of performing many tasks that once required human intelligence. However, there are still many things that make us uniquely human, such as our ability to think creatively, make decisions based on intuition and experience, and form emotional connections with others. As technology continues to develop, it is likely that robots will be able to do more and more things that we can do today. However, it is also likely that new technologies will create new opportunities in industries that we can't even imagine yet. Rather than worrying about being replaced by robots, we should focus on working with them to create a better future for everyone. Robots can help us do things more efficiently and effectively, and they can free us up to pursue more creative and fulfilling endeavors. By embracing technology and working with it, rather than against it, we can create a future where humans and robots work together to solve problems and make the world a better place for everyone. We hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. Please don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and join our incredible community. We have lots of exciting content coming up, and we love for you to be a part of it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.